on with my top 30 perennials to pair alongside any of your David Austin roses. I'm now going to touch base with a huge family of plants for you that many people grow in their garden, and those are the hostas. I have cut 4 or 5 leaves from the varieties that I grow here at North Lodge, just to show you how versatile they can be. Look at the size of this one. This one stands something in the region of about 3 feet tall out in the garden, all the way through to things like this lovely, lovely dark grey colour. Now, hostas do prefer a little bit of shade. They'll tolerate up to 6 hours of sun per day, and if they had their way, that would be early on in the morning before the sunlight gets too bright. So do plant them into an aspect that is going to stay quite wet. Work in plenty of organic horse manure or well-rotted compost when you plant your hostas. Again, they'll go alongside roses really, really well. And at them very early on in the season, the leaves will be unfurling somewhere during early to mid-April and are grown for their foliage. Although most varieties do flower, well, all varieties flower actually, the flowers are normally this very, very light violet colour, a little bit on the nondescript side. And if I'm honest, if the birds and the bees and the insects didn't like these so much, I would probably go around and cut these off because I find them a little unsightly personally. But they are enjoyed by many pollinators, so I do tend to leave them on until just at the last minute, like this one. It's just starting to fade. But the hostas are really useful in the garden. And I know they're green and you're saying they're not going to add any colour, but a background of a fresh lime green like this, or one like this particular variety here with the white edges, makes a really nice stark contrast, especially if you're growing some of the hotter coloured David Austin roses. For instance, Benjamin Britten, a lovely red one, or LD Braithwaite, those powerful strong reds like the Poet's Wife, that's a bright yellow, that you want something to maybe cool it down just a little bit on the palette. So hostas are a really useful background plant that will be up early in the season and all the way through to the first frosts. Very, very quick to spread and grow, easy to propagate. So again, after several years in the ground, don't be afraid to lift the crown, divide it into 2 or 3 sections, replant one in the area you lifted it from, and maybe move them around the garden. Many people always ask me here at North Lodge how I keep the leaves looking like this. And the simple answer is encourage birds and wildlife into your garden. They will deal with all the slugs and the snails that will do your hostas harm. If not, you can surround them with horticultural grit, crushed oyster shell or crushed eggshell. I've heard really good things about people watering them with garlic water tonic or using copper tape around to keep the slugs and the snails at bay. But hostas are a huge variety of of plants, ranging from only 4 inches high all the way through to a staggering 3 foot 36 inches high in size. So a very versatile group of plants for you to